Hello, so this is me, the man behind the channel. I want to separate the topics a little bit in the channel, keep things spicy, mixed up a bit. Even though the channel I want mainly to showcase Barbados through AR pictures, I think it will be relevant for the community here to learn some things about how I play as a hardcore trainer. So today we're going to do Machop Community Day. I'm going to show everyone how I go about doing Machop Community Day. My goal today is actually more so than to get shinies, is to gain Stardust and to gain that XL candy so that I can evolve my Machop to be able to get to level 50, because by the time I get to level 46 I'm going to need to be able to max out 3 Pokemon. So I want to do that with Pokemon that I'm going to use. I don't want to just waste Stardust on powering up Pokemon. So that's the goal. So today I'm going to show you all the hot spots, how I play, where I go, and yeah, that's basically it, so that you guys can see how it's possible to achieve these things in Barbados. I think Barbados is an unsuspecting place to be able to play Pokemon, but it's even better now because of the fact that we've been able to submit Pokestops and be able to, and therefore there are more Pokestops out there, which means more spawns are out there because more spawns will be spawning around the Pokestops. So we have roughly, I would say, between about 2.5 times more than we had before quarantine happened, before the lockdown happened in March in Barbados. And so we're lucky that we can still get out now and play some Pokemon and not be stuck home like some other persons, like in the UK, for example. I know they have a massive lockdown. So we're very lucky here. I would recommend coming here if you wanted to do our 12-month stamp and you're a Pokemon trainer, because you can play hardcore here as well, pretty hardcore, and you'll see by the time we finish this video. So 11 o'clock is about to hit and we are then going to start our grinding. A couple tips that I have fully stocked up on things like Pokeballs mainly. I'll probably have to buy star pieces throughout the day, but what I might do is buy the community day box, because I always tend to try and get, if I have the coins at that time, the community day box with a charge TM, because they're more valuable. But Pokeballs, you see I'm pretty stocked up, relatively stocked up, but you'll see that with the new amount of Pokestops we have, that I should still be able to get through this without wasting too many of them. The goal is to catch around, I think I saw something that said on Reddit about 1,000 catches are necessary to guarantee that you can get that XL candy to max out. So I have roughly about, if I get rid of some of these, I have just over 500 space. So that means that I will hopefully only have to clear out my space once. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and do some of these videos and play at the same time, but it will be mainly playing on here. It's 11 o'clock. Let's restart the app and see what we get. So I'm gonna screen record most of it. I'll video when I get to some key points and talk about those as we go along, and then we'll just see where we end up at the end of the day. I also forgot to mention where we are. We are at the gymnasium, and so as you can see, I just took that gym, you know. There's plenty of Pokestops around here. It's actually a great place to play if you're just walking as well. Not a lot of shade though, so there's that. So bring an umbrella and wear sunscreen. So yeah, so this is the gymnasium, and before we really ramp up and start catching these Machop, let's just take a snapshot of where we are with our resources. As you can see, I have just over 11 million Stardust, over 2,700 Machop candy, and I already have 15 Machop XL candy, so that's a good start. So let's see where we end. First shiny Machamp of the day. That completes my set because I had 2 already from Go Fest. So this day, again, as I said, is mainly about getting Stardust and XL candy. So yes. Alright, well, let's go. Let's continue today and see how many we get anyways, because if I catch about 1,000, I should get a good set. Alright, so I've done basically a round of the Garrus, the gymnasium, sorry. And so let's see how we did. So I've caught about 120. I think I've only got, I got 6 shinies, so that's not terrible. And let's see what we've got. We got about 60,000 Stardust, a good set of candy, and about 20 more candy. So that's not bad. It's been half an hour. Obviously, I've been going a little bit slower than I normally would have doing the videos and stuff. But I think that that's not bad at all. And even having done a round, you can see that there are still spawns all around, so they're continuously spawning. So again, it's great driving. You can go, you can stop, you can stay out of the way of anyone walking. If you go up, you come back down, you're definitely gonna have spawns. So it's a great place to play if you're just walking or even driving. As I said, this is about going hardcore. So what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna head down to the Bay Street area / the garrison, but we're gonna make a couple stops on the way, some key points, hotspots, little small pockets that you can help as you're driving down there, so that you're not wasting time heading down there. There are a couple of spots where you can stop and catch a good chunk of mons on your way down. So yes, so let's head there now. Alright, so here we are at our first stop on our way down to the Bay Street area. This is at by map, which is just behind Shafet Wildy. So you'll see Shafet Wildy Gym here, and then by map Pokestop there. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few spawns here. It's a great place to stop on the way down. And you all might notice that I'm doing the fast catch technique. So that involves pressing down on the Pokeball icon, pulling it across, holding your thumb down while you pulled it across, taking your other hand and catching the Pokemon with it. Then release your thumb, you get this menu, click on the screen to remove the menu, and you have the option to then run away. So let's see that in quick motion again. So let's use a Great Ball and throw. And then you can tap on the Pokemon. If it runs away, it either ran away or you caught it. So that's how you do it. So again, this is a great spot to stop as you move along. Going further along here, you'll see more spawns. And yeah, so that's the first stop on our way down. The next stop will be just behind Guardian General Insurance. Alright, so another decent stop is here at Guardian, which is along Collymore Rock, right after this Pokestop here, if you're going down the hill. Before, this church over here used to be a good place to stop, and there we go. But it's not right now. As we know, spawns have been changing, so that's what has happened. But when the spawns change again, you never know. It might go back to being a good place to stop. It's got plenty of parking, so it's a great place to stop. Guardian, as I'm here, has a lot of parking and is dead on a weekend, so it's a good place to stop. As you see, there's a few, it's a hit and miss. This is another one that used to be good that isn't as good as it used to be, but it's got a few spawns, and if you get close to the road, before you pull out, you can get a few more there as well. So this is another stop, so that's 2 stops on your way down. I must also say that Machop is a Pokemon that's easy to get an excellent throw on, so if you're grinding that XP, this is a good Pokemon to do that. That's not going to be my focus. My focus is catching as many Machop as I can, as fast as I can, to get that XL Candy and Stardust. So I'll do it when there's an XP bonus. Hopefully that Pokemon is easy to get excellent throws on. We know next month's Community Day Pokemon is Rosalia with the quarter hatch distance, so I might play casually that day, and then so what I can do, I think what I might do next month for Community Day is do it very slow, very casual, walking, and we'll see what the results are that way as well. Alright, so here we are at our next stop. This is a real hot spot on the way down to Bay Street. As you can see, I am at, for those who know, Culloden. So the Pokestop here is the Frank Walcott statue, and the gym down here is the Culloden Park fountain. And as you can see, there's a whole set of Machop here, and as you go down towards the gym, more will spawn, as well as around the gym. There's a lot of spawns around the gym, so I'm just going to catch these and then we're going to check out what's around the gym. So as you can see, we are not even nearly under the gym, and there's a whole bunch of spawns here, so this is a great spot. I've submitted a whole bunch of other Pokestops around this area, so hopefully they'll get approved by next Community Day. And this might actually be another great place in a very small area. There's lots of trees here that you could actually play Community Day and have a really chill day. It's really breezy out here as well, so it would actually be a great place if we had, like, I've submitted about 5 or so Pokestops around here, because we have the Ministry of Health, we have the British Embassy, there's a public library just around the corner, there's a basketball court there as well, there's a water feature. So there's a couple things that I've submitted around here, so hopefully they will be accepted soon, because you guys are great at accepting what I submit, I must admit. And yeah, so we will see what next month brings, if that happens or not. Sometimes we get things accepted really quick, sometimes it take a little while, but recently there's been more people who have reached level 38 and beyond, thanks to the Go Beyond end of year event with the bonus XP. So we have more people reviewing. If there's anyone international watching this, please, if you wouldn't mind setting your bonus location to Barbados to help us out, that would be great. So yeah, so let's see what the rest of these spawns bring. Alright, so we've made it down the road. So we've caught, I think, another 125 Pokemon on the way down here in, what's the time? In about 45 minutes. Again, I was stopping to set up the video, talk to y'all, and all that good stuff. So it would normally be a lot faster than that, obviously. Again, we'll see after I do all the filming and just go straight for it what the results are. But let's see, I got 3 more shinies, not as good as the first round. So here we are along on Bay Street. As you can't see many spawns right now, but as we go along and you watch the screen recording, you'll see that there's quite a lot of spawns. I'm actually probably going to get out at Pebbles and walk because it's easier, because there's a lot of traffic there. It's very busy. It might not be busy this weekend because people are limited to their beach access, but we'll see. I'll probably just walk anyways to stretch my legs, which is always a good thing to do. Can't be driving for 6 hours straight. That's not good. So yeah, always good to stretch the legs. So yeah, follow along and see how good down here is these days. Alright, so we're here on Pebbles. You can see there's a few spawns here, but there are going to be a lot of spawns under the gym, and there are going to be a lot of spawns between these Pokestops here, between Cliff and the 2 Pokestops down there. So yeah, so this is a good place to just stop, stretch your legs and go. Also because sometimes there is a traffic police stopping people from stopping on the side of the road and doing anything really. Not allowed to park on the side of the road at Pebbles if you want a speeding ticket. If you want a speeding ticket, then that's what you do. So we've parked up in the designated parking area, and we're going to go out and we're going to catch some Pokemon. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few spawns down here. It's quite breezy, quite cool. There's a good set of shade. You can walk straight down behind me from where I came. That's all in the shade. So yeah, you can get quite a few spawns around here as well. It's a bit too high def for my face, I think, but Alright, let's head back to the car and see where else we can go. Alright, so we are up by the garrison. So we have just come from this area down here. And so yeah, this is the garrison. So you have spawns from out here all the way along. Obviously you have a lot of Pokestops to pick up those research tasks, and then around here you have a whole lot more. This is another great area for walking. Obviously you can walk the whole length of the garrison and come back around and have more spawns spawning. You can stick to this area and lure it up. Obviously that was better back in the day when there were 3-hour lures. Now there's 3-hour incense instead. And so yeah, so this the garrison is quite well populated with Pokestops now as compared to when the game first started. Again, I did a lot of submissions and you all voted them in, so thank you very much for that. Basically it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, and these 2 out here, and the museum gym, which is this one with the hippo on it, hippodon. So all of these are new, all of these here, all of these along here, so all of those are new. So there's a lot more going on here now, and as you can see, or as you'll see, Machops are spawning now as opposed to before where you'd get the scarce community day Pokemon. Once I do this round, I usually then head back up to the gymnasium, but there's also a lot of spawns along the coast road, as you can see here. And so for my first round, I would go along the coast road, get those research tasks, and then head straight up to the gymnasium, which you can do easily up Rendezvous Hill anyways. So you could stop at the garrison, head along Britain's Road, or you can even head back up Collymore Rock and Wildy, back up to the gymnasium, or you can just continue down Hastings, down to Worthing, and head up via Rendezvous, whatever you want to do. So yeah, so I'm going to spin these stops, get these research tasks, and then we're actually going to stop at St. Matthias, which is actually another good hotspot area for Pokemon in general. There's a lot of spawns there normally, but for Community Day you'll see that it's quite good. Alright, so here we are at St. Matthias Church. As you can see, there's a good set here. I would also recommend pulling in here by the Marriott. There was a good set there that I didn't even get to properly check. But yeah, I would recommend that being a stop as well. What's also great about St. Matthias Church is it has free Wi-Fi, so if you're low on data or you don't have data, you can come here, and as you see, you get a good set of spawns as well. So that's another thing to consider. So it's been basically 2 hours now, so after we catch this Pokemon, let's see what our progress is doing. We have a couple more spawns around here, but let's just double check where we are now. So recent. So we've done just about 200,000 Stardust, nearly another 2,000 or 1,500 regular candy, and we're at 108 candy, which means we made 93 candy. Quick math. So XL candy, of course. So yeah, then let's see what the shiny check is at. Okay, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. 16 in 2 hours is definitely not bad. We used to barely get 10 at the normal community days before the COVID shutdown. So I don't know, I think maybe either we've got way more spawns now, or they've increased the shiny rate a little bit, that we get way more. So we'll see what we're at the end of the day, as I said. But what we can also do now is I'm 100 away from doing the first 500. So I should have 100, maybe another 100 by the time I get back up to the gymnasium, or at least do another round of the gymnasium. So when we do that, we're gonna do some transferring and see how much XL candy we can get from our first 500. Okay, so I not long got back and my collection is full. So let's see where we're at. We've caught just over 500 Pokemon and we got a total of 250,000 Stardust, probably another, I think another 2,000 Machop candy, and 117 XL candy. That's pretty good. That's just under halfway. And then we have to transfer them. So let's see. Machop and age 0. And then CP. So now some of you may know, some of you may not know, that the higher level your Machop is, or your Pokemon is rather, the more likely it will give you XL candy. And it has been worked out that Pokemon that are 35 Stardust and up are a lot more likely to give you XL candy than Pokemon that are lower than that. So we are just going to find where that is, and I think I found it. Right. So let's see. So we've selected all of our Pokemon that fit that criteria. That's 161. That is way less than half that we caught, but that's still a good amount. So let's see what happens. 75. That's about half. So that's a good amount. Now let's see what happens when we transfer the rest. We're at 321, so I guess maybe I got about 20 shinies, if my math is correct. Probably not. But anyways, let's transfer these and see how many XL candies we get. 28. That's terrible. But you can clearly see the difference there. How many shinies is this? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Close. Close. What's interesting as well about today is that, oh look, and these other ones that I got that I evolved. That adds up now. But yeah, so what I've noticed is that there hasn't been a single non-community day spawn, which is very interesting, considering you usually see them around the place, especially down the Bay Street area and the Garrison. So yeah, so it is less than half time, and I didn't even check how much total candy. 236. That's nearly there. Plus, if I was to stop now and just use my Machop candy, that's another 47. So that is 83. That's real close there. And that is just one round of where I go, gymnasium, down Collymore Rock to stop at Culloden, and then down to Bay Street around the Garrison. Went down Hastings, stopped at Marriott, stopped at St. Matthias Church. You can stop and you can walk around Hastings Boardwalk as well. They had a few spawns that obviously I couldn't catch because I was driving, but I was spinning the Pokestops with the Go Plus to get the research tasks. I stopped though at next to the Venezuelan embassy there. You can also pull up at Rockley Beach, get a few spawns, and there were quite a few spawns at the Sol, well, the Sol, because there's a Esso and a Sol gas station there at the bottom of Worthing. You might want to go around the back to Worthing Square to park there, but there were quite a few spawns actually in that area as well. And then you could even go into another shiny. You could even go into Massey Car Park and then head up here. But yeah, one round, less than the original community day time. I still have 20 minutes left. And again, if I wasn't doing the video, I would have probably done it faster. So it's possible to get the XL candy needed to power up one Pokemon during a normal community day by grinding here in Barbados. So yeah, exciting stuff. But I have half the time left, so I'm definitely going to be able to do this. That's great. I got 250,000 dust, was it? Yep. So I can probably get 500,000 by the end of the day. If it was cloudy weather, obviously all of that would be even easier because you'd have higher level Pokemon spawning and you would get extra Stardust for the weather boost. But all in all, I think that it's been a productive day, and 19, now 20 shinies for half the time. That's for the current post-COVID shiny rates, that's a little low. But again, I haven't been doing as much as I normally do, I don't think, because of the video. But as you can see, it's very possible. You could always get yourself a driver. That way you can play and drive. Once you don't stop in the road, because you're not allowed to block traffic. But there are plenty of places you can pull up, as I said, and not block traffic, and play. So yeah, I will see you at the end and we'll see where we get. Alrighty, so community day not long ended. As you can see, I'm pretty much full up on my storage, so I had to transfer another 300 Pokemon again before I filled back up. So I've caught about 1,300 Pokemon. I forgot that I also had a stack of like nearly 70 Delibirds from the Christmas event left over, so I caught all those as well, and those got me 2,250 Stardust each, so that was fun. And so let's just see where I'm at. So I managed to get almost 250,000 Stardust, a whole ton, I guess nearly 500, less than 500 Machop candy, and I'm nearly at 400 XL candy, which is great because I still have a whole bunch of Machop to transfer. I'm gonna do some trades so that I can get some free evolutions and maybe some good IV Pokemon, some lucky Pokemon there. So I'm gonna do that and we'll see where we're at the end of this. I really enjoyed this community day. I thought that this was great. I think that if they do revert back to the 3 hours post-COVID, that at least we know that we can make enough to be able to upgrade at least one of them, max one out. Why? I suppose it's relaxing for them. As you can see, it is pretty easy to be hardcore in Barbados. Plenty stops now and great areas to hunt. The community day spawns were great today. Not a single non-community day spawn, which means you can't get a non-community day shiny, but at least we know that we can properly hunt the community day Pokemon and get the XL candy that we need. So if you guys enjoyed this video and thought it was informative, give it a like, comment, let me know what else you want to hear in these videos. As I said, I'm probably not going to do too many of these. These are just going to be like here and there. My main focus is showcasing the country, the island, through AR pictures. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope my videos get better in terms of how I video them. But yeah, first time for everything, so give this a go. See you next time.